Good morning and welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat. I'm Vic and welcome to our daily sports update show. Busy day today once again, so let's get straight into it. Let's have a look at our topics this morning. There you go: football, NFL, NBA, EuroLeague, basketball, NHL, darts, a little bit of rugby, and a little bit of sumo. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and I hope you're enjoying it. Thanks for all the subscriptions. We're up to 110,000. 462, which is fantastic. It is Table Tuesday, so let's have a look at the tables quickly. We'll start in the Premier League, and remember, we only do the top half of the table because on this show we don't do mediocrity. So Arsenal out in front, 4 points ahead of Manchester City, and then it is Chelsea, Sunderland, Tottenham, Aston Villa, Man United, Liverpool, Bournemouth, and Crystal Palace, all within 3 points. So big fight there for top four in the Premier League. Then we move over to La Liga in España, and Real Madrid 3 points ahead of Barcelona after their draw in the weekend on the weekend for Real Madrid. So that race is still very much tight. Villarreal doing a good job there, as well as Atletico Madrid. Is it a four-horse race? Most probably not, but we can still hope. Real Betis doing well there in fifth. You go further down, you have Alaves in the 10th spot at the moment. Let's see if they can stay there for next week. Then we move to the Italian Liga, to Serie A, and good morning, buongiorno tutti. Here we go. Inter and Roma are on top, so it's a nice little battle there, but followed by Milan and Naples and Bologna. So that's a tight race there. I would say all the way down to Como, everybody's still in it. And then Sassuolo, Lazio, and Udinese round out the top 10. Then football in Germany, the Bundesliga. Jawohl. Well, of course, Bayern Munich losing their first points of the year. They drew to Union Berlin. So they dropped the first 2 points of the season, still unbeaten. 9 wins, 1 draw, gives them 28 points. Ahead of Leipzig, Dortmund, and Stuttgart. You got Leverkusen in there, Hoffenheim, Frankfurt. I think the top 7 will fight out for those 4 Champions League spots. Freiburg rounding out the top 10. Then we move into the French League. And Paris Saint-Germain 2 points ahead of Marseille and Lens. So French League a little bit competitive this year, which is nice to see. You got Strasbourg, Lille, Monaco, Lille, Rennes, Nice, and Toulouse rounding out the top 10 there. So that is your Table Tuesday looking at the football. Then we move into the NBA. Some games there last night. Lakers on a nice run here, and they won at 121-111 against the Hornets. The Wizards lost 135-137 to the Pistons. There was no overtime there, let me tell you that. So not a lot of defense. The Blazers lose 112-115 to the Magic. The Cavaliers lose to my Miami Heat 138-140. That was an overtime game. The Spurs still on a roll there, 121-117. They have the joint best record in the NBA with the Thunder together. The Bucks beating the Mavericks 116-114. The Pelicans losing again 98-121 against the Suns. The Timberwolves with a good win against the Jazz 120-113. And the Hawks just nipped past the Clippers 105-102. All the NBA tables, all that tomorrow in the Across the Pond show. So be sure to join that. Let's have a quick look at the NFL. There was one game last night, and the Eagles did beat the Packers. And so Eagles are rolling nicely there. Looks like playoff bound once again for the Eagles. Don't forget, tomorrow, I'm going to put that out there right now, all our North American sports updates, football, basketball, NHL, college football, all tomorrow. And we're going to be introducing Northern California and all their top sports teams. So be sure to check that out. Then the NHL. Ooh, why is that in the middle of the screen? Good question. We'll put it there to the side. The Islanders beat the Devils 3-2. The Predators lost to the Rangers. No, there's one A too many there. 6-3. The Blue Jackets beat the Oilers. Lost the Oilers 4-5. The Panthers beat the Golden Knights 3-2. So the champions are starting to roll again. The Kraken lose 2-1 to the Stars. The Flames lose 2-0 to the Wild. The Avalanche beat the Canucks 3-2, and the Ducks beat the Jets 4-1. Then don't forget, this evening we do have Eurobasket coming up this evening. Some good games out there tonight. I will just let you see what's coming up. First of all, we've got Paris against Panathinaikos. That's this evening. I hope I can do that one. Otherwise, Vern's going to do it. We'll see what comes up there. And then tomorrow, definitely at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, it's Olympiacos Piraeus against table toppers Zalgiris Kaunas. That should be a great and cracking game. So make sure to watch that. Then we have a little bit of rugby to get into. This is the rugby international lineup for the weekend. Georgia will take on Canada. Italy will face the mighty South African Springboks. Romania and the USA will face off. Portugal will take on Hong Kong. England, New Zealand should be a cracking game, should be the game of the weekend. Wales, Japan, another important game for the world rankings. France take on Fiji and hope to bounce back after their big loss to the Springboks. Ireland and will take on Australia, another important game, especially for Australia. They really need to bounce back. If they lose this one, it's not looking good for them. And then on the Sunday, it will still be Scotland against Argentina in a game I think it's going to be very interesting, very close, and we'll see who comes out on top there. But what are we going to be showing you on the Saturday? Well, of course, Italy against South Africa. Then we'll definitely have England against New Zealand, 100%. And then, of course, Ireland against Australia. That's going to be our Saturday lineup. And on Sunday, we will do Scotland against Argentina. Then we move on, my friends. It's sumo. It's sumo time. And these are the results of day 2. Day 3 is actually ongoing as we talk right now. And Vern will update you this evening on everything that's happened in the first 3 days. But let me give you the results of day 2. Horadomi lost to Takayasu. Onishiki, he beat Wakamotohura. Watatatakage lost to Oho. Kota Sakura lost to Kirashima. Onosato wins again. He beat Hakuyo. And Takanoshu lost to Hoshuro, the Yokozuna. So he gets his first win of the tournament. Matches up today. What looks exciting there? Takanosho will take on Wata Motohura. Horadomi against Oho. Oneshiki will take on Hakuyo. Kota Sakura will take on Takayasu. Kirashima will take on Horoshu. Yeah, that should be a very interesting one. The Maegashira 2 against the Yokozuna should be good. And then Maegashira 1 there against Onosato. That is Onosato against Watatatakage. Let's see if he can get a win against the Yokozuna. It's always big if you beat the Yokozuna, so let's see what comes up there. Like I mentioned, Vern will be doing a day 3 review later tonight. That'll be coming out at about 11 o'clock this evening, so make sure to catch up that. It's always really cool how he does it with all the inside information on the sumo. Then there was darts yesterday and last night, that is the Players' Championship. They're playing groups. So in Group A, Michael Smith beat Alex Spillman 5-2. Luke Humphreys beat Nathan Aspinall 5-3. Funny that, okay, but Michael Smith has dropped down the table. Then Chris Dobie beat Martin Lukman 5-1. And Damon Heta lost to Julian van der Velde 5-3. Stephen Bunting lost to Luke Woodhouse 5-4. Martin Schindler lost to Alex Toyol beat Alex Toyol 5-2, sorry. James Wade beat Ricky Evans 5-2. And Gervin Price beat Stefan Belmont 5-1. These are the games coming up today. That's the groups E, F, G, and H. Luke Littler against Garrel Gurney should be a cracking one. Connor Scott against Karel Sedlak. Then Wesley Neiman against Leisha Aston, the lady there. John van Weyen, the man that just won his first title a few weeks back, against Josh Rock. So 2 young up-and-coming darts players playing against each other there. Nico Springer against Boy Greaves. Michael van Gerven takes on Gary Anderson. Oh, that should be a cracker. Johnny Clayton against Danny Noppert is another good one. And Lucas Winnick against Cameron Crabtree. So lots of good games there in the darts. That's our morning show for today. Didn't want to go too long. Not feeling that great. Got to go to work, do some things. So guys, enjoy it. Don't forget this evening. Let me put that out there one more time quickly for this evening that you do know. And got to get rid of the darts. That would help. This evening at 10 to 9, it is Paris Basket with Vern's favorite player, Haifi against Panathinaikos. So please join us for that. And otherwise, tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, we'll be back at our usual time. Join us for that. And I will see you guys later. Ciao, ciao, man.